Savita is an assistant professor in Srimati P.N. Doshi Women's College of Ghatpapar. She has done PhD in Native American Narratives from Mumbai University. She is Alpha Secretary of International Fellowship for Rotarian Musicians for the year 2022-23. Director of Youth Avenue for Rotary Club of Mumbai Ghatpapar. She is Rotary Coordinator for Rotary Club of Mumbai Ghatpapar for the year 2022-23. Dr. Savita is a creative yeah. Dr. Savita is a creative poet, singer, entrepreneur, motivational speaker, passionate educator, working for women empowerment. Today she will speak on career in languages. I am pleased to present a versatile young woman, Dr. Savita Chavan to you. Welcome, Dr. Savita.
Hello, thank you so much, Madam Jayashree Dand, who is a fellow Rotarian from Rotary Club of Mumbai Ghatpopar. I'm extremely thankful for the warm introduction by you about me. I'm thankful to the organizers, especially the vocational team led under the noble guidance of Sunil ji. I'm thankful to President and Secretary of Alpha and all the people who are working relentlessly to make this vocational guidance seminars a grand success. This is an effort to reach out to many to give them the knowledge about what extra they can do and what more is happening around. So thank you organizers for giving me an opportunity. I would like to share my screen. I'm thankful to all the students, especially who are a part of it, and also the parents who want to know how their siblings, I mean the boys and girls and other people whom they have to really guide, and for them they have taken time out of their busy schedule. Even if this is a Sunday, they are under this vocational knowledge trip. So yes, here is. Let me share my screen. I hope the screen is visible to you all.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, is that in
Yeah.
the run mode?
Please repeat what you are saying, Mr. Harish.
I think you should run in the PowerPoint run show mode.
Yeah, it's there. Okay.
Now it is full
Okay.
screen.
Ha.
And
Okay.
at the bottom there is a hide.
Yeah.
Click on that hide. So just right to that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. So let's understand what are the career possibilities when you are dealing with languages. If you are interested in knowing languages, working with languages, and make language as your career base, what are golden opportunities that are awaiting for you? So let's start. Basically, what is your understanding of language? If anybody can just give me a short answer, that's possible. What's a language? Language
Ma'am,
is, yeah, yeah, please.
means of communication,
Yeah,
expressing our views and thoughts.
yeah, exactly. So languages are means of communication, and that can be spoken, written, coded, or in a picture mode, right? So basic language skills when you acquire, that means you know listening skills, speaking skills, reading skills, and writing skills. These are called in short LSRW skills because the acquisition goes in the same order. First of all, we first of all we listen to something and we try to imitate, we try to speak. Then comes reading skills. and writing skills are always considered as the highest skills from any of the languages. There are variety of languages. If we talk in terms of experiential knowledge about languages, we can take it as the first language, second language, third language, or foreign languages, or also the programming or coding languages. The mother tongue that we talk about is always known as our first language. And first language we must have a command over. So even if we are learning foreign languages, we are having our second language as Hindi language as we being Indians, and our third language that we use for our administrative purpose as well as internationally accepted as the international language as English. We have to be thorough with our mother tongues, because the psychological theories always state that once you are clear with your mother tongue, the understanding, and all the modules of language, it becomes easier for you to grasp, learn, and work in the second, third, and likewise other languages. Okay, so now there are bright opportunities for you when you think of taking up a career into languages. Number one is education field. There are a number of opportunities to work and contribute to education field. Now, into what terms? See, primarily looking, we definitely think like being a teacher, professor, right? A trainer. These are those stuff. But apart from that, when we talk about educational field, there are a number of opportunities awaiting for you. For example, you can be a content writer for many courses. You can design your massive open online courses. You can provide two OERs. Those are open educational resources. So database, they are waiting for you. And new educational policy is completely based on this. So you definitely can have your chance onto it, provided you have the provisional qualifications for the same. Translator. See, there are various kinds of languages, right? If we talk about classics, most classics worldwide, which are not actually written in English, but when they got translated, the world got to know about it. If we talk about our ancient languages, for example, Sanskrit, most of the scripts then later on got translated into Hindi, English, Marathi, or say, for instance, nowadays, foreigners are so much interested into Sanskrit and they're looking for the translators. So not just in terms of translating the books and the other written stuff, but also worldwide there are job opportunities which looking for translators. See, we know about translating apps, right? There are various languages and we immediately can translate one language to the another for our sake of convenience. But what about humanware? Definitely humans are irreplaceable, that we have seen, we have observed during COVID times too. Whatever technology advances may happen, humans will be irreplaceable, and that's why people who are translators are much in demand. So, if you have that command over two, three languages, you can definitely get an opportunity to be a translator. Interpreter. Interpreters are also much in demand nowadays. We have to understand the difference between a translator and an interpreter. See, what does translator do? They translate a written text. Their personality doesn't come in between. Maybe the knowledge of that person and awareness and viewpoints, they may not come in between. Okay, so books, contracts, and websites that they need translators, but interpreters are again they having their own human touch to their work. So they interpret spoken or sign language. For example, medical appointments, court proceedings, conferences, whatever is happening at the other end, or whatever the person is expressing, in what way that is to be translated or to be interpreted. That is the job of an interpreter. So this is also a bright career opportunity for you all to be an interpreter. Cells. We all know that modern world is full of cells. Any idea that comes to a human mind can be sold. Am I right? The world is a
Yes.
huge ocean of ideas. It's ruled by creative ideas, and anything can be sold on this planet called Earth, right? So, if you have this sales field as your opportunity, or if you are thinking as take up sales of something, your language skills will definitely help you. During COVID times also, we would have not even thought of that these things can be sold online, and those things started. Recently, there is one coconut selling app. What's that? Many of you know that. Many leading actresses and actors are a part of it, right? So the app is working in order to sell coconuts. We have never thought of, and many more such stuff. So selling can be a part of your job profile if you are proficient enough and you can use your linguistic aptitudes for the same. Tourism. What to talk about? See, everybody loves to travel around the world, right? If that is your passion, the tourism world can definitely give you something nice to have your career into. Whenever we go to any new place, we look forward so that people can guide us and they can give their human touch. If the person is from that particular area, we feel much more connected because we just don't visit places only to visualize. We want to connect them culturally, historically, right? So, tour guides, travel guides, they are there to help us. So if you can connect them, there is a great scope of booming your career into tourism. Yesterday itself, you had one session on to tourism by our dear Rotarian Falguniji. So much have been talked about, so I will not much emphasize onto this. But definitely, tourism is a part onto which people who have command over language can definitely have their golden days into. Journalism. I hope many students from BMM department have joined this seminar, and people who love to have their career into journalism. They have a heavy scope now because media is booming nowadays. And if you just scroll, how many channels are there? There must be thousands channels across globe or millions even who are coming with n number of news interpreted in different terms and variety of fields, but onto with their specialization and their own touch. So journalism happens to be one important career option through languages. I know there are many colleges in Mumbai and across nation world which are giving this degree and diploma courses which are preparing future journalists. And of course, it's a responsibility of those students to contribute to the nation with positive notes and build the coming generation so that journalism becomes one more respected career. And of course, most predominantly that we all look for being a teacher, maybe being a private
देखो
tutor
कितना रहता है
or being an online tutor, right? So teaching has always been one of the most respected careers. If you are expecting yourself to put into the mode of contributing to the nation development, shaping young minds, and also training youngsters to go ahead to build your nation with that great notion, you can definitely take teaching as your career. After 10th, of course, you have to go to 12th. And now, with new education policies, certain terms would be changing on when you will have to take on B.Ed or B.Ed, maybe on next set, MPhil, PhD, likewise. So, if you are interested in making others' life flourish, see them developing, see them solving their problems, you are definitely going to be a good teacher. Nowadays, teachers are called facilitators. I hope you understand. So, learning teaching process has becoming it has taken a different dimension altogether. So, there is a bright scope to take your career into teaching field. Private tutors are also available, and if you see online tutoring is nowadays rampant. COVID has taught us how the whole kind of education can go online, but yes, physical touch is important. So blended mode of teaching learning is there. That definitely gives us wide opportunity to go in online as well as to go in offline mode of teaching. Liaison officer. Anybody, you know what is a liaison officer? A liaison officer is a person who liaises between two or more organizations to communicate and coordinate their activities on a matter of mutual concern. Generally, liaison officers are used for achieving the best utilization of resources or employment of services of one organization by another. So, if you are a good communicator, you can definitely grab this kind of opportunity to be a liaison officer, working for corporates and also working for your own nation, right? Researchers, of course, languages, any languages. Say, for instance, if we take it, for instance, our regional language, Maharashtra's regional language, Marathi, it needs a lot of research. Our ancient language, Sanskrit, it needs a lot of research. Say, for instance, if I completed my MA with English literature, when I did a research into Native American narratives, I got to know there are n number of things are still to be discovered. And we need people who love to study language and to connect the world through language, to have that cultural study. So, if you are of that nature, of a researcher, you can definitely contribute to and you can build up your career as a researcher. There are various projects funded by the government and private agencies who are waiting for your new things to be discovered. Also, there is what we can say a great attraction towards foreign languages, right? Because there are highly salaried jobs available. You can go abroad, you can stay there, you can have your wonderful life, you can have your trips in between to your native land, and of course, you can have something a great kind of lifestyle. So, if you are interested into foreign language and if you want to take it ahead, there are also bright opportunities for you. You can definitely become a translator, interpreter, or a teacher in that particular language. Say, for instance, German, French, Spanish, Australian, for that matter. That you can work for the immigration and custom services. Very, very important. See how well you can contribute to your motherland. You can be, you can work as the immigration or custom services. You can, of course, get jobs into MNC, KPO, BPO, and IT. Hospitality, travel, and tourism is, of course, an avenue when you are converting foreign languages as your area. You can read big from import and export sector as well, right? Because it's again all about building relationships and getting your businesses done in a well manner. So foreign languages definitely will give you a brand opportunity to go higher and higher. Author, authoring your own story of life is nobody's cup of tea. That only that person can do. So, if you are very good at expressing yourself, if you have clear understanding of your life and things that you concern about, if you want to tell this your own story to the world in a real way or in an imaginative way, you can definitely be an author, right? So there are a number of examples of authors like J.K. Rowling and many more that they started their career and they just reached to the toppers. So there are uh, many authors who are bestseller authors worldwide. So you can take up your career as an author if you have extremely good kind of writing skills. Why don't you give it a start? You can be a good poet, right? Essayist, and many more. Modern world allows us to eh, immediately text whatever you want. We have our mobiles, smartphones in our hands, laptops, computers at our workplaces. Wherever we go, we need Everybody wants to connect to the world as early as possible, and so blogging is nowadays a quickly booming industry. There are various bloggers who are writing and they are extremely popular and they are earning handsome money. So blogger, being a blogger is a career opportunity for you. Speaker, most of you must be willing that I would love to connect to people. I want to talk to people, right? I want to influence the people with whom I'm working. So definitely speaking is one of the areas for you, awaiting for you. You can be a fantastic speaker, right? Influencer, sharing your ideas to the world for the betterment. YouTuber or podcaster. Yes, you all know like this silver button, platinum button, golden button, all these buttons, they are your attractions, and YouTuber, podcaster is again one more avenue for you all if you're looking forward to have your career into languages. So, your special contribution to humanity through languages is awaiting. Whatever you take in the form of language that you want to contribute to is going to be continuously added to the goodness of humanity because languages stand for humanities, as you all know. So, this is the short presentation, and I'm now thankful to all the organizers